here joining for a Vinyasa flow yoga practice. I welcome you all. If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. Hope you can hear me. Can I start? Alright, it's time for our Vinyasa flow yoga practice. Thank you for joining for today's flow. Today I'm going to focus on the quads, on the quadricep muscles. And for that practice, we'll need a blanket. If you have a fleece blanket, even that would work. Anything, just a soft cushioning under your knees, that's perfect for today's practice. Just wanted to check with you if you can hear me clearly. You can give me a thumbs up and then we are ready to begin. Meanwhile, I'll take this opportunity to thank Hoboken Public Library for hosting all such wonderful events and programs for all of us during these turbulent times. You can visit their website, hobokenlibrary.org, or you can check out their Facebook page to get more updates on different programs they have to offer us. So today's practice, I would like to begin by quoting a few lines. And it's by Etty Hillesum, who was a young Holocaust victim. Ultimately, we have just one moral duty: to reclaim large areas of peace in ourselves, more and more peace, and to reflect it towards others. And the more peace there is in us, the more peace there will also be in our troubled world. So these lines were quoted in the book, The Yamas and the Niyamas, written by Deborah Adele. It's a beautiful book. It's about the ethical principles of living a healthy life. And it's also a foundation of the entire yogic philosophy. With that, let's get comfortable in our mats. If you would like to take your blanket under your hips, or a block, or just come into a comfortable seated position, allowing your legs to nicely go wide and apart, allowing the earth to gently hold you, pressing your hips down into the mat as you lift your spine up. As you continue to get your length in the back of your head up towards the crown. Open your heart up for the practice and gently bring in your palms together at the heart center. We'll begin with one chant of Om. If you would like to hum it out, you can do it that way too. Take a big inhale. Om. Gently bow your head to your heart and slowly lift your head up. Get your palms back onto your thighs and gently open your eyes. So today's practice, we are going to begin in our cat and cow. We have already gone through our cat and cow in our previous sessions. So let's get onto our foundation. Let's spread our fingers nice and wide. Hands shoulder width apart, exactly under the shoulders. Knees are exactly under the hips. Hip width apart. Toes are curled behind. Spine is in neutral position. Take a big inhale and allow your heart to gently come up as you lift your tailbone behind, the end part of your spine, allowing the belly to go down towards the mat. Exhale, uncurl the toes and begin to round your spine up towards the ceiling. Pushing your hands into the mat, taking your chin a little closer towards the chest. Inhale and allow your heart to come up, to offer gratitude for this day in our lives. Exhale, uncurl the toes and round your spine one more time, going a little deeper, noticing the stretch. Inhale and gently allow your heart to again come in between your biceps, lifting your tailbone a little higher. Exhale, uncurl the toes and round your spine. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to neutral. Now, keeping your right knee where it is, just get your toes a little further away towards the outside of your mat, and then gently shifting your body weight onto that right hand and right knee, coming into our side plank or Shavasana. And then slowly bend your left knee, grab hold the top of your left foot and go a little deeper in your quad stretch, taking your heel closer towards the left hip. Maintaining your balance on your right hand and right knee. Beautiful. Slowly release your hand and get your knee back onto the mat. Let's take it over to the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Get the left knee where it is and just get the toes a little outside towards the longer side of the mat. Bend your right knee and with your right hand, hold the top of your right foot. Drawing that right heel closer towards the right hip. Going a little deeper in the quad stretch here. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Slowly release that right knee back onto the mat. Coming back to tabletop position. With your next inhale, lift your right leg again behind your back. Bend your right knee, get the heel closer towards the right hip, and this time with your left hand, opposite arm, opposite leg, grab hold of the top of your right foot. Peel open your left side. You can take your gaze up towards the ceiling or towards the back side. Noticing the stretch. Slowly release, get your hand and get your knee back onto the mat. Let's take it over to the left side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Bend your left knee. Get your heel closer towards the hip. Reach your right hand behind to grab hold of your left foot. Keep kicking your left foot away from your body, and with your fingers try to draw that foot a little closer towards your hip. Opposite forces working at the same time. Beautiful. Slowly release your hand and your knee onto the mat. Get your knees wide and allow your big toes to touch behind and just sink into the space in child's pose or balasana. Surrendering yourself into the breath, surrendering yourself to the boss, letting breath lead us throughout the practice. Inhale, slowly push yourself up in downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take your time to set up your down dog. Pedal out your feet. Press your fingers into the mat. Take your armpits a little closer towards the top of your thigh bones, lengthening the spine, sending that energy from the base of your heart up through the spine, back through the legs into each foot. On your next inhale, begin to walk your feet up towards the front, coming into our forward fold or Uttanasana. Feet are hip width apart, micro bend in the knees, lower belly is relaxed onto the top of femur bones or thigh bones. You can keep block under your fingers to help raise the floor if you cannot reach down. Inhale and slowly begin to come up into Urdhva Hastasana. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, making your foundation nice and strong, rooting your feet firmly into the ground. Begin to sink in your hips. As you exhale your breath, coming into our chair pose. Making sure that the knees are not going beyond the toes. Biceps are framing the ears. Broadening the buttock bones behind, pushing your hips behind. And then slowly as you exhale, get the left leg back, making your way into a high lunge. Isometrically hugging your legs towards each other. Front knee is exactly over the ankle, drawing towards the pinky toe side. Settle down from your hips and lift yourself up from the pelvic floor. Slowly open your arms out in cactus. And then clasp your fingers behind your head. Allow your back of the skull to gently rest into that space. Keeping the lift in your spine, in your side body. And then slowly getting your hands onto your hips, dropping that back heel down. And then again finding your 90-degree bend in that front knee. Lift yourself up. Allow your pelvic floor to be parallel to the shorter edge, front shorter edge of the mat. Clasp your fingers behind your back. Pull them down. Lift your heart up. And keeping the length in the spine, as you exhale, let's all bow down to our own self. Lifting our hands a little away from our back, up towards the ceiling. Taking the right shoulder a little closer towards that right knee. In our humble warrior, inhale and slowly come up. Get your hands to frame your ears, making your way in our warrior one or Virabhadrasana one. Beautiful. And slowly quarter turn your right foot. Allow your toes to point towards the corners of the mat. And then slowly begin to sink your hips down. Again going into a quad stretch here. In our goddess pose. Slowly get your arms out in goddess arms. Bring them down on your hip and begin to lift one heel. Left heel up. Slowly bring that right heel down. Left heel down. Get the right heel up. Beautiful. Exhale. Slowly bring the right heel down. And with your next inhale, bring both your heels up. If that means if you have to shorten the distance in between your feet, you can try doing that. Exhale, slowly bring both your heels down, straighten your legs, and reach out your arms. In 5-point star, offering your heart. Beautiful. As you exhale, let's take our high lunge on the left side. Go through your checklist. Make sure that the left knee is above the left ankle. And you could see that big toe from up here. Sinking a little deeper into the pose. And then slowly opening your arms in goddess arms. Clasp your fingers behind your head. And open your heart up. Beautiful. Get your hands onto your hips. Drop that right heel down so that the right toes are pointing towards the right corners of the mat. Making your pelvis parallel to the front shorter edge of the mat. Crisscross your fingers behind your back. Pull them down. And as you exhale your breath, bow to your own self in our humble warrior. Keep breathing. Inhale and slowly bring yourself up, back to warrior one. And with your next out breath, get your hands to frame that left foot. Left leg goes back into a plank or Uttanasana. Hold your plank here for 3 full breaths. Lift your hamstrings up. Allow your heart to be in between your biceps. Gathering your shoulder blades behind your back. Drawing your belly button in towards the spine. Exhale. Slowly bring the knees down. Uncurl the toes. We are going for knees, chest and chin. So keeping the lift in the hips. We are just going to get our chest down. And then our chin. So at this point, only the knees, chest and chin are touching the mat. Inhale and slide through for Cobra. First back bend. Be gentle here. Be kind to your own self. Only then we'll be able to share that kindness to those who are connected to us. Exhale, curl your toes behind and lift your hips up and back in Adho Mukha Shavasana or downward facing dog. Switch side here. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up. Toes are pointing down. Back leg is nice and strong, straight behind you. And as you exhale, bring it towards the front in between your hands. Planting that left foot to make it parallel to the shorter edge. And then opening your arms out in both the directions. In our warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana 2. Draw your belly in. And And keep drawing energy from your feet into the core of your pelvis. And from the core, send it out into each finger and back into each foot. Inhale. And as you exhale, get both your hands towards the inside of your right foot, making your way into our lizard pose. Scoot that right foot a little away so that you have enough room to get your two hands towards the inside of that right foot. And then slowly bring that left knee onto the mat. I'm going to need my blanket here. So if you have soft knees, just get a blanket under. Stay here for a couple of breaths, noticing the quad stretch, noticing the stretch in your psoas muscle, and then slowly begin to push your right knee away from the body as far as you can take it. Going a little deeper in that stretch in our inner thigh. Slowly release it and get your hand back to normal. Now this time bend your left knee. With your left hand, grab hold the top of your left foot. Sorry. So keep your left hand down onto the mat as you bend your left knee and get that opposite arm to hold that top of the foot. I'm going to show it on this side as well. So bend your left knee, right hand is on the mat, and hold the top of your left foot as you open your chest, as you take that gaze up towards the sky. Keep drawing that heel closer towards the hip. Beautiful. Slowly release it. Come back to lizard. And time for our vinyasa. So get that right foot behind into a plank. Exhale. Knees, chest, chin. Hands are hugging. Elbows are hugging towards the midline. Inhale, slide through for a cobra. Keep pushing the tops of your feet into the mat. And as you exhale, curl your toes behind and lift your hips up again in downward facing dog. Take 3 full breaths here. Taking your own time to come back to the natural rhythm of your breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth, side out. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up. Allow the toes and knee to point down. And as you exhale, bring it towards the front, in between your hands. Planting that right foot to make it parallel to the shoulder edge. And then lifting your torso up in our warrior 2 or Uttanasana 2. Going a little deeper with each out breath, sending energy into each foot, into each finger. Exhale, slowly bring both your hands towards the inside of the left foot, heel toe your left foot towards the outer side of the mat. And now, take that blanket again under your knee and slowly bring that right knee down. Staying here in your lizard pose. If you want to go a little deeper, you can get your forearms down. And just notice the different stretch that you may feel by just getting your forearms down. Then keeping your right hand onto the mat, bend your right knee, externally rotating that left shoulder, grab hold of the top of your foot. Peeling open the left side, taking your gaze behind. Beautiful. Slowly release it. Get your hand back onto the mat. And time for Vinyasa. Let's get the left leg behind into a plank. Take a deep inhale in. And this time, as you exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga, Dandasana, which is coming down in nice one straight line. Then relax your belly onto the mat. Inhale for a Cobra. Make sure your shoulders are going away from your ears. Exhale. Slowly bring it down. Curl your toes behind. And lift your hips up and back in our downward facing dog. Beautiful. Slowly bring the knees down. And let's all meet in a kneeling down position. We have 2 more poses to go with. So let's get on our hips. Let's stretch our feet out in front, making our way in Dandasana or staff pose, rolling your thighs in, out and apart so that you are comfortable on your sitting bones. Spread your toes. Glue your hamstrings, calves and heels into the mat. We are going to go into an upward plank pose. Let me show it this way. So get your hands behind your hips, a little further away from the hips. Allow your body to tilt a little backward. Plant your feet onto the mat. Spread your toes nice and wide. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, begin to lift your hips up. Making your torso parallel to the mat. Pushing your hands into the mat. You can keep your head here, or if you don't have any issues with your neck, you can gently allow it to fall back. So this is Ardha Purvottanasana, or half upward plank. If you want to go into the full expression, you may slowly extend your feet out. As you press your big toe mounds into the mat and continue to lift your hips up. Beautiful. Exhale. Slowly bring your hips down. Again, making your way into staff pose or Dandasana. Push your fingertips into the mat as you lift your spine up. Inhale. Begin to lift your arms up. Relax your shoulders. And as you exhale, fold forward. A counter pose for our upward plank or Purvottanasana is Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. If you cannot reach to your toes, you can also hold on to your ankles. You can take the help of a strap. So whatever feels convenient for you. Inhale and slowly begin to lift yourself up. Get your hands on either side. Spread your legs as wide as the mat. Get your hands out in front. As we get ready to go into Shavasana or the corpse pose. As you exhale, slowly go down one vertebrae at a time. Head should be the last thing to come onto the mat. And then slowly get your palms facing up the sky by your sides at 45 degrees. Relax your entire body. Softening the frown lines on your forehead. Allowing the eyes to gently sink into those eye sockets. Eyelids gently draping your eyeballs. Fingers are curled in. Notice the pulsations of your heart. As you surrender yourself to Mother Earth, allow your knees and toes to roll towards the outside corners of the mat, away from each other. So at this point there is no holding on to, no gripping of any muscle, letting go of everything. Noticing this communion, noticing this union of our mind and body. That is what yoga is about. Relaxing your jaw, taking the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Yoga is nothing but restraining or controlling the fluctuations of our mind. Slowly bring awareness in your toes, in your fingers. Bend your knees, hug them towards the chest. Roll on to one side and gently push yourself away with your palm coming to a comfortable seated position or Sukhasana. Sitting up nice and tall and gently bringing in your palms together at the heart center in Anjali Mudra or prayer position. We'll end our practice with one chant of Om. Take a deep inhale. Gently bow your head to your heart in gratitude for the gift of this day in our lives. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you all again on next Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Same place, Hoboken Library's Facebook page. Thank you. Until then, take good care of yourself. Namaste.